Hello, is this thing on? Alright, I think it is. Alright, guys, so basically, this year I heard that we're not having a looking back. You don't know what a looking back is, then first of all, you're missing out big time. And second of all, it's just basically where you get videos of all throughout the school year, and they make a nice hodgepodge, a nice collage of all of our events. But that's not happening this year, due to something I like to call gab. But we're not going to talk about it. So instead of me being mad at the fact that we have gab phones and we can't have one of my highlights of the year, I decided I wanted to do something about it. So, without further ado, here's a looking back, y'all. Yes, sir!
Wait, that's the wrong logo. Welcome to Fletcher Academy, a place of smiles and variety. This year was an interesting one with its ups and downs. At the making of this video, we currently have 37 seniors, 22 juniors, 42 sophomores, and 41 freshmen, plus all the lovely staff that care for us. We may have had less technology due to gab phones, but we should be more positive. Let's look back at Fletcher 2022.
Did you guys have a good bonding experience at senior survival?
Oh my, did I ever.
Yes.
Since I left a year and then came back, I kind of got to see all my friends again, so it was a great bonding experience.
It was a very good bonding experience, actually better than I expected. And we started the senior year out with we were closer as a class than we have been the rest of the years.
How was your experience sleeping in the cabin with all of your friends?
Oh boy, that was terrible.
That was great.
It was great. It was a little musty, but you know.
It wasn't bad because I slept in a hammock, so I got cold a lot of the time, but it was fine.
There was spiders in my bunk bed, so I shared a sleeping bag with someone else, and I felt safer, but it was not prime comfort.
Well, you know, the cabins were great. Gay, by the way, but great.
What was your favorite thing about senior camp out?
On our way back.
Probably playing guitar with Cameron and singing in people. And just that night we were all sitting in circles and we were having good times.
I'd say the worships, but as well as the s'mores that we made, that was fun.
I say my favorite activity of all time was definitely bird watching. We were trying to find some birds that only were at night, so it was really hard, but we tried. That was cool.
In the evenings, just playing games with everyone.
The last night we made s'mores, and it was just a really weird, happy, bonding moment for everyone. Everyone was in a super good mood. People were singing, and it was just overall really fun, and it made me really like my class. Anyways.
Now, what were your first impressions when you stepped on Fletcher Academy's campus?
Where do I go?
This is awkward.
I thought it was going to be a great school year.
People standing right outside the Apple Lane, and they were all screaming.
It was kind of jank because I came into class and there was only one section of us.
I was a little freshman, still a little freshman. Anyways, I get to school, all right, on time, walk downstairs, go into the computer apps classroom. Class starts, I get in there, I see a bunch of computers, Mr. Hinsky walks in. I'm like, what a handsome man.
Was there anything memorable that happened on your first day?
I remember signing a paper that signed away my phone.
I made my first friend, and that was Hadassah. And she asked us to study in biology, and that was my first memory of her.
Well, I got lost. I met about 6 people that were also lost.
Who would you say was your favorite teacher at the start of the year?
That's not my father.
So at the start of the year, I mean, I'm gonna have to go with Siggs, man. Such a cool dude.
Is it possible to say all of them?
Probably Krober. I always heard so many stories about him, and then we were able to witness that. It was great.
Mr. Hensky. Just like, I guess, his worship talks.
Miss Hensky.
Now, who is your favorite teacher now?
Mr. Six.
Dean Witt.
Probably Miss Stout. I was terrified of her at the beginning of the year, but now I work for her, or I worked for her throughout. But we've gotten used to each other, and so we vibe pretty well.
I mean, all the teachers are amazing. They're all laid back. But Mr. Siggs, his jokes literally can make even proofs seem fun.
Name some of the items that you brought that you believe were unique to Class Scramble.
I don't know.
I brought a chain.
My hair dryer.
I brought Aquafresh toothpaste, which he called 2 years in a row, and this year he didn't call it, and I was very upset about that actually.
A drill, a hammer, and a mic, like for like making like YouTube videos.
Just the the normal, usual.
The monument for my dead fish. It's a little bamboo with some Sharpie on it. His name was the right one. Right.
Brought like some toothpaste, a toothbrush, a hairbrush, ukulele, and of course, a gab.
What were some of the funniest fails that you can kind of remember from Class Scramble?
Probably losing to the seniors. That was a bummer. But hey, we got fall picnic, so that was nice.
We had those little drills, and then everyone did the wrong ones, and this was really funny.
I heard that dead bugs were occasionally called for the list, so I brought a dead bug from my bug collection. I put it in a jar, and I set it on the ground. And somebody accidentally kicked the jar, and my bug broke in half, and it was never called.
If you were to give any advice to future participants, what would it be?
Organization is key. Bring your Aquafresh toothpaste. He's gonna call it again.
Bring everything and anything.
Don't bring contraband. It's a trap.
And don't go too crazy like bringing drills, drywall guns, hammers, because those things do not get caught on.
Nothing you bring, no matter how stupid it may seem, is worthless.
How did it feel finally going on a trip?
It was really good. Like it felt really good to like just be able to actually do stuff like with my class and stuff.
I think it was good.
Okay.
It was good for our class. We did it.
It was nice. It was really good. I've never actually been on like a class trip before. Like we never had like a class bonding experience. So it was nice to be able to like get to know my class better.
How was your time roaming around downtown?
Well, I actually really like downtown Boston. That's and then New York was fun because I gave someone the rest of my hamburger and fries.
That was probably like the best part. It was like just walking around the city and stuff, and like yeah, that was good.
It was good. I think I liked Boston the best because it was such like a homey city, and we got to do the Freedom Trail.
It was also really good. Just like again, really cool. Just like roam around and like get to see like all the different spots and stuff, like all the historic sites and stuff.
Favorite food spots?
I like the Quincy Market.
Honestly, I had a really good cheesesteak somewhere in Philadelphia.
Definitely Busboys and Poets in downtown DC. It's like inspired by like the Harlem Renaissance, and it also doubles as a bookstore, which is really cool. So.
Restaurant we went to in Washington DC, and it was like had a bunch of like vegan stuff, and like it was really good. And then we went and got like Philly cheesesteaks. I don't know. There was a lot of good food. That was.
Did visiting Southern give you a new perspective on which college you want to go to?
No, not really. I already kind of knew where I wanted to go, but still a new experience.
Yes, I was originally looking for a college that offered a calm experience, because going from a village student perspective to now being a dorm student at a college, I want to be able to go to a college that I feel welcome at and that I can get to know new people, and Southern can offer that perspective for me.
Southern was very different compared to Fletcher Academy, so I don't really have experience in college, therefore I'm kind of comparing it to Fletcher's experience. And Fletcher sucks compared to Southern, so now I know that college is a much better place and senioritis is hitting hard.
Now, what would you have done if your doors weren't taped at night?
Probably nothing. I was so tired after all the day's events that I just went, ugh, I went out.
The Waffle House. Me and a group were trying to go for the Waffle House for the memes, for the Vine. Going to Waffle House, definitely.
What was your most memorable moment?
For me personally, I think it's probably almost dying of asthma after I ran the mile, because I did not realize that the mile was 4 laps.
I would say probably when our class won. I don't know, there's not very many of us, so it was kind of, I don't know, it was just it was a good prideful moment for our class.
Probably going around and signing everybody's shirts.
Cool.
And seeing Sam at the end, running past the person, yeah.
What was your favorite / most interesting event?
Probably championship football. It's definitely getting absolutely mossed by Harrison. That's pretty interesting. So yeah.
That is always been time before because it's a loud and semi-controlled chaos, but it's chaos nonetheless. You know. Do you have cleats? Do you have gloves? Everybody, it's a mess and I love it.
The running was interesting to watch, I would say. Yeah.
Harrison, he's a one-catch wonder. He's a good guy.
What were some of the highlights of biology trip?
Downtown Charleston was pretty good. We got to go in like a marsh wetlands area. That was pretty fun. And we went on a short little hike afterwards. Actually saw several alligators in the water. That was neat.
My favorite part of the biology trip was not having to do the 300-point packet.
So some highlights were when our class was in the bus, we were like break out singing like a ton of songs like Lean On Me, You Can Count On Me, like a lot of popular. It's like really fun because like the whole bus would get into it and we get like really, really loud.
What were some of the worst things that happened?
One of the worst things was the constant ukulele playing.
And some people were dolphin watching, and this woman, who was basically a Karen, came over and like started talking to one of my classmates, saying like, y'all are bothering the dolphins. And so that kind of ruined our cast netting experience because we couldn't really catch any fish.
Food could have been better. They didn't put the milk in the refrigerator, so we had lukewarm milk with our cereal. And the iron or the water there had a good amount of iron in it, so it smelled like that. So like pretty much everyone nicknamed it blood water because of that.
How was it being cast out in Charleston?
It was a lot of fun.
It was really fun. We had to be in groups, and so I was with Emily, Abby, Amy, and then Ivan's sister Faye.
I distinctly remember spending about an hour just looking desperately for any sort of restaurant.
Who did you go with to Girls Club Banquet?
So I just went with a whole group of people.
Went with Matthew De Oliveira. I went with Kaitha Rose.
So I actually came the week before, so like from another school. So I actually didn't go in with anybody. I just was able to go. So I just kind of went and like hung out and checked everything out, whatever. So it's pretty cool.
Question is, what did you guys dress up as?
We dressed up as Duck Dynasty people.
Rapunzel and Eugene.
Bugs Bunny. Yeah, I actually did dress up a little bit.
We were gonna be Joker and Harley Quinn, but as I said, there weren't a lot of costume things. So we just kind of went up as like everyday clothes, and he made a joke that we were interns or something. It's very lame, but it was funny.
Was this the best banquet of the year?
I don't know. That was it. That one and junior senior were pretty close. Because it was shooting people versus finding a missing person. So, you know, it was pretty fun.
No, it was a fun banquet. It was a lot of fun. But I prefer formal banquets, so.
Did you enjoy the food selections?
Yes, it was very good. It was calf food, but better, and there was lots of sugary things.
Honestly, yeah, they had some pretty good, like, chili
Yes, it was fun. It was good. I don't even remember what we had, but I remember enjoying it. It was like a sandwich, right?
What was the food section? There was hot chocolate, but I don't remember what the food was.
Did you see any familiar faces from previous years from here?
I saw the class of 2021 that just graduated last year, and I saw a few others from previous years like 2018, 2019, but I didn't see too many people. It was mostly like older folk and then a few younger folk.
Yeah, I saw a couple of my fellow church members there from back home.
Yeah, I saw quite a few actually. I saw a couple people that I remembered from like 6 or 7 years ago whenever my parents worked here.
Favorite sport that you watched them play?
Favorite sport was probably basketball.
Unfortunately, I was not there for the sporting events, only for the singing events, so I cannot answer that question.
I'd probably say either football or basketball, but I'm just talking about like which one was more exciting, probably basketball.
My favorite sport watching them play was basketball.
When will you become a Fletcher Academy alumni?
It will be probably 3 more years, and then I will become.
Once I finish this year, it will be 2 years until I graduate and become an alumni.
2024.
2025.
What was your favorite event that you... Life's been hard enough, especially when you're struggling with depression. So I took a questionnaire and talked to my doctor. I go to the cafe every single day, but I still feel stuck.
Eating ramen could help.
When added to daily life, ramen is proven to reduce depressive symptoms 62% more than cat food alone. So you can keep going to the cat and keep moving forward.
Ramen can cause some serious side effects. Early dementia patients have increased death or stroke. Ramen packets may cause addiction and worsen your thoughts about cat food for those under 25. Call your doctor about feeling stiff muscles and confusion, which could be life-threatening, or uncontrollable muscle movement, which may be permanent. Increased cholesterol, weight gain, high blood sugar, decreased white blood cells, unusual urges, dizziness while standing, seizures, trouble while swallowing may occur.
I'm glad that my doctor helped me take another step towards managing my depression.
For legal purposes, this is a fake ad.
What was your favorite event that you took part in?
Sit-ups, because that's pretty much all I did.
Definitely all the swimming.
Vertical leap.
Basketball.
Are you ready to run it back next year?
Sure. Yes.
100%.
I hopefully we have some strategy and don't just let whoever signs up get it. Somebody at least good at it.
I would be ready to run it back, but I'm going to be committed to Duke University, so I won't be able to take part in it next year, but I wish I could.
Who do you think carried your class in the points?
Our class as a whole did it together.
Definitely Ivan, winning everything for us.
To be honest, I don't even know, because we didn't really do good in anything.
I would say me in a close second, but probably Micah States, because he's the better looking version of me. And so yeah.
Well, definitely me, because Benji had more points, and Benji carried our class, but he didn't because he's not 6'7", and that's all that matters. So I am therefore the GOAT.
Where did you guys go?
I don't remember the specific churches, but like North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, Georgia. Yes.
We also went ice skating. That was my first time. It was really cool.
A lot of places.
I guess we did Tryon, Greenville, South Carolina. We did Tennessee, South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia.
Tell me about Seth's Broken Bell song.
So he broke F3 the Thursday before tour, and in the group chat we were talking about how we were going to shame him.
That was a really cool song. We were in Rachel's house and we were messing around with Seth, and Elijah and I went to the piano and we started like joking and we just created the song. It was really cool.
Basically, Seth broke the veil, right? We publicly shamed Seth in front of the whole school. It was very exciting.
What was your motto after the tour?
Ooh, probably maybe green veggies.
I mean, there's a few. The big one is, I was talking to the walrus.
I think the biggest one was I was talking to a walrus.
What was the favorite song that you guys played?
Probably Fiero.
Fiero, yes, that's the one.
It wasn't really our song. It was probably band. Fiero sounded really good. I don't even remember that many of our string songs, but Fiero was like, it was really loud. It was really nice.
Allegro.
Probably Allegro and G. It's pretty fast. It's a lot. I mean, it was pretty hard for me to learn, but it was fun so far. It's probably my favorite.
What was the best place you visited?
What was that one motel?
My whole life
Pretty
up until like
bad.
this point.
That was interesting.
We probably, on the strings tour, we went to a certain school. There was a cool basketball court. I mean, it was very crowded. It was small, but it was very crowded. And a few of us, about 6 or 7 of us, we played 21 for 2 hours straight.
It wasn't really like a best spot. There was like an interesting hotel that was, it was kind of interesting. We stayed up really late watching TV, so that was fun.
Wherever we slept under the pews. I think that was Georgia.
What's an inside joke that only strings people would understand?
It's all Bo's fault.
It's all Bobo's fault.
Waffles. What's an inside joke that only band people would understand?
The gong, yes.
I own the gong.
What is the best?
What is your favorite song that you guys sung?
My favorite song that we sung was the one that went on TikTok. Controversial opinion, of course, because it wasn't that great, but I think it was pretty cool.
My favorite song, I'd say, was probably Lord, If I've Got My Ticket, just simply because it's really fun to sing with Mr. Derby.
Where did you guys actually go?
We went to Florida and Georgia and actually Cameron's old house.
We basically cut over to the coast and then worked our way all the way down like the North Carolina coast, well, I guess this way? North Carolina coast, down South Carolina, down to Florida, and then we cut straight back up the whole way.
What were some of the funniest bus moments that you guys had?
Here, hold it.
One of my, I would say one of the weirdest parts in the bus of 11th hour trip was when the AC stopped working. So then it was sweltering hot in this bus, right? Because we were in Florida and we were all just like melting. And we were like, oh no, what should we do? So we popped the hatches open on the top of the buses and all of us would like stand behind or like stick our heads up in the hatch, you know, trying to get some air. It was really cool.
Funniest bus moment was when me, Cammie, and Cameron were all trying to prank Tina. We're not gonna say what.
Would you ever do it again if you were given that opportunity?
Yes, definitely, because it was a lot of fun. I would say I made a lot of memories, got closer to a lot of people, and you know, had some good times. I would definitely love to go to the beach again, maybe for longer.
Ooh,
yeah, and the kids were fun, you know, it was just good vibes for sure.
Good vibes.
I actually would. I had a lot of fun. The bus was so rowdy and so much fun. I would so do it again.
I can't achieve, cause Jesus is my shawty baby. I'm still 90 days. It's so big, but I'm else we have a better day. Jesus is my shawty baby. Yeah!
What was your go-to bus activity?
Being uncomfortable on the bus seats and reading a book.
Probably being on my phone. You know, like all the things the staff didn't want me to do, like Snapchat and Instagram.
Activity was either sleeping or borrowing somebody's phone, because gap phones I don't use.
Go-to bus activity
Probably sleeping.
Probably sleeping or playing rook.
I slept a lot on the bus, or I like to watch people sleep. It was nice.
Is it really a good bonding experience?
No, not at all. 0% bonding.
I think it was.
Yeah! Overall, I feel like the class, they bonded with some people, but for me personally, not really. It was kind of the same for me.
I would say I didn't really bond with like the whole class as a whole, but probably like people that I sat with or I roomed with or was connected with rooms. I would just say on personal level with like a couple people, but not as a whole class, because our class isn't really whole. So.
What was your favorite part about the whole trip?
Probably reading my book and hanging out with the kids at the elementary school.
My favorite part was probably the dumb things that we did in the hotel rooms. I mean, we didn't stay up late, but like, it's just things. But
Favorite part of the trip probably was getting to explore the cities, like free time in the cities.
Favorite part of the whole trip was probably Hershey Park. Because I've been to amusement parks, I've been to cities. It was a new thing.
Favorite part was probably New York.
No, what was your least favorite part about the whole trip?
Being around the senior class, but they're okay. It was okay, yeah.
My least favorite part was just being on the bus.
then I would say least favorite was probably being on a leash in the cities, like not really given the opportunity to go explore the cities as life is supposed to be. But
My least favorite part of the trip was when it ended.
What is your favorite sport?
I'd say it'd have to be a little fight between biking and soccer.
Volleyball.
My favorite sport is obviously volleyball.
It's gotta be between basketball and football.
Which sport did you play and for what team?
I played soccer on Eric's team in the springtime, I think, like last March.
Soccer and volleyball. For soccer, I played with the team of Johnny Alvarez and Caleb Pittman. And the volleyball, I had my team with Kira in B League, and in A League I was with Morgan and Sophia and David and Jamie Mercer.
I played football and volleyball. The teams were Harley and Alicia, and for volleyball I played for my own team. So.
We played every sport. We used to play football, basketball, and baseball for high school.
What sport do you wish Fletcher Academy has, but they don't?
I wish I had fencing, that'd be really cool. Because fencing, I don't know, I've always wanted to do fencing but never had the time or didn't really know where to do that, so yeah.
No, everything's fine.
Probably an actual football team, like competitively.
Okay, so I've actually talked to Mr. Wilhelm about this, might believe, but I think that there should be tackle football because that would be amazing.
Who or what made your dorm experience livable?
Angel Chaparro.
I'll say my roommate, Hadis.
Eve and friends and
Eve.
Daddy Joel.
I think this year having Joel as assistant dean has made my dorm life livable because he's just such a good guy. You know what I mean?
Jackson Christian.
Have like a big brother, little brother in the dorm, and if so, who was it?
Conrad.
Yeah, it's Melanie.
Melanie?
Eve.
Yeah, Cammie Ryder was my big sister, and she's a very good big sister.
Casimir Wolski.
I'd say, you know, everybody's like my big brother or like, you know, a brother. But especially ever since I was able to steal food from him.
Which dorm had the best assistant dean?
I will say the girls' dorm, because we, you know, how we had two. So I'll say it was a big change, but it was fun.
Okay.
So.
I can't speak for the other dorm because I never had him as an assistant dean, so I'm obviously slightly biased, but Dean Jordan.
The boys' dorm, Dean Joel. If you say anything different, you're like, guys' dorm.
Guys' dorm.
The girls' dorm with Dean Jordan.
I think that's not even a question. Obviously, the guys' dorm has the better assistant dean.
Amen.
Joel is the best.
Boys dorm, because you know Dean Joel's the best out of anybody, you know what I'm saying? Dean Joel is just like top of the line, 100 out of 10, you know what I'm saying? It's just
So, what jobs did you have?
First I worked at sanitation. I was emptying garbage cans. The second one, I worked in maintenance and I was traveling around with one of them and I was shadowing them and helping them out with their work. Then I worked for Mr. Carey, working down at the farm and like developing the trails. And then now I work up at the cafeteria for my last job.
Chapels. I worked for Miss Pettit. I've had girls' dorm janitorial. I've had Browns. I had LPC front desk and the CAF.
Okay, so the jobs that I've had this year is I worked at FPI front desk. I also do minor maintenance over all of FPI.
What job do I have? I work in the CAF in the dish room. So.
Are you going to miss your boss?
Mr. Carey was really nice because a lot of time we'd finish up work early and we'd get to leave early.
Yeah. Probably Dean Witt.
Yeah, I guess I will. I really like Miss Grant and Mr. Rogers. They're really nice and helpful to me. But luckily, I'll keep seeing them next year and stuff when I go to eat at the CAF.
Did Fletcher Academy give you a good insight into the job you want for your future?
I'm not sure if any of the jobs I'm interested in right now really like fit what I was doing at Fletcher. Okay. But I'd say it gave me like some, I don't know, it gave me a little bit more options because I knew like what some more of the stuff was like. And yeah, it's a good kind of like introduction, I guess.
Well, kinda. I mean, if it involves music, then just a little bit. Kind of.
Yes, they did.
Not really. I kind of work in the heating and air conditioning business, so maybe next year I might work maintenance or something.
Do you have a hard class schedule?
Kind of. Not really. It's pretty simple.
No, I'd say my class schedule is pretty good.
My first semester wasn't really hard, but then second semester I kind of switched up my afternoon schedule and changed and added a class. So I'm taking 2 math classes right now. Is this awful?
Now, what is your favorite day of the week and why?
Probably Saturday because I get to not be here.
Friday, because I get to work less, and the schedule is just better on Fridays. I feel like the schedule is better on Fridays.
Probably Saturday. That's when I get to talk to people outside of school a lot.
And what is your favorite activity to do outside of class?
Sleep. Probably just draw or stare at the clouds outside.
I don't really do activities outside of class. I hang out with my friends and that's about it.
Sleeping. Down the years it's been a ride, and now I'm sorry I want more, it's not in tonight. And on as we go we seem to fight, but baby that's just the way we love. And only in the dark do we see our sunlight. Home is where we were, home is where we want to be. And yes, we don't have time to say goodbye, and this ain't the last time. Now this time before we go, raise your hands, raise a toast. Time is something special, just like love before it starts to snow. It's crazy how the years have gone, memories are the drug we're on. But darling, just remember that there's never a goodbye. Just forget, there's never a goodbye. So there's never a goodbye. Just forget, there's never a goodbye.
My sandcastle's gonna be so good!
Input up and think there's one that makes the world between the outside.
Can you leave me alone? No, because maybe these two
Andrew, you know you just wiped your own out, right?
Hola, buenos días. ¿Cómo estás? Sí, sí. ¿Y tú? Muy bien.
Calling back to a different time. Maybe I need to hear your voice to make me smile. No, 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 it's not said and done. Baby, you can fly with me and we'd be one. And it's only time before we miss the fire. You and I reach the taller higher. Whoa, our hands up in the sky. Just seeing how years pass by. 10 years down the line, and there's really gonna be a second time. But just now before we go, we can make it right. Wipe your tears away, cause there's no goodbye.
Cami does play football, and she's good.
Cami plays football, and she's like the best player.
Cami's really good at football. Yeah.
See, whenever people think of me, they get the worst. Like now.
Lingerie.
Lingerie?
Yeah, what's lingerie?
What?
Oh my goodness. That left arm. Oh no.
When you come back home, show me where you've gone so we can write the storm. Show me where you've gone when you come back home. Hey, hey, this is Little Juice. We started off school with a big handshake, but now everybody is acting real fake. That God was supposed to draw us closer as a school, but now everybody doesn't think it's very cool. You know that I go to work every day, working very hard, I never get paid. All the money that I make goes to school bill, but all I want to do is get paid like Mr. Phil. Every day I'm walking with all of my besties. Someday I'll get a Peruvian and be like Mr. Hensky. I hate all quizzes in my Kristen's class. Always taking off my hat when I see Billy Bass. All of that cat food's really disgusting. In those ink logic gens I am trusting. Ay, 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 can't handle this smoke. Too much for my throat. Pull your hair down into your eye. Rom will come after you and make you cry. Curly hair, wavy hair, short hair, fine. But long straight hair, Rom says that's mine. Even with all that bad, here's something good to say. Right before class, you know the teachers always pray, teaching us about the Father all day long. Gonna church and Sabbath school to make my faith strong. Christian education's gotta pay a lot of money. Comes with bad and good and a lot of bit of funny. But the good outweighs the bad, cause it's what God had in mind. If Fletcher taught me one thing, it's like he's the big design. Little Jews got to go, so have a good day. Leaving on a high note and don't forget to pray. You know that I love the Lord, yeah, yeah. So don't forget to read your sword.